So are you looking for investors at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, as Ronnie said, if the terms are right, if the investors are right, and it helps us sort of scale the business, then certainly, yeah, we'd be open to that.
So what?
It's really a question of finding the right partner. I think that's the key thing.
Yes.
You have to be aligned at this stage. We're a company that's growing. We're fairly diversified. We have an interesting product, so we
Yes.
do from time to time talk to VCs about it. But it's a question of finding the right VC, I suppose.
What are top 3 questions VCs ask you?
It's always about the market, right? I think that's the key thing. Are we going after a market that's sufficiently large? That's always a key question. Is the product unique? Is there what is the competitive landscape? I think that's always interesting for them. And finally, the team, right? Do we have the right team to take this forward? So those are typically the 3 general questions or concerns that all VCs have, I think, when they decide to make an investment. So the market, the team, the product.
Excellent, wonderful. Market, team, product.
Yeah.
Did an investor ask you about your exit strategy ever? So did they ask you, hey Karthik, what's your exit strategy?
No, the good VCs are typically not interested in necessarily laying out the sort of roadmap to an exit. Right? It's something that sort of happens organically if the team is ready, if the company is ready to be acquired. So the VCs that we have talked to don't specifically ask about the exit, but they do want to know what the long-term plans are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from an entrepreneurial standpoint, from my standpoint at least, it's always important to convey that you are in it for the long run, right? And you're building a company that can sustain these types of bumps that we've seen over the last few months, and you're really building a sustainable business. And everything else, the exit and everything else sort of takes care of itself if and when that happens. But generally speaking, I think the focus from a company standpoint has always been to build a sustainable business over a long period.
Mm-hmm. Do you think an entrepreneur, once they take investment from an investor, becomes an employee of the investor?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you accept outside money, you are going to be in that situation. I don't think there's a way around it, right? If you take money from a VC, you have the VC sitting on your board. So you obviously are answerable to somebody else. So yes, the situation that Ronnie mentioned earlier is valid. You do have the influence of investors once you accept somebody's money. So you really have to decide whether that's the right type of investment or investor you need for the company. And that's where, as I was saying earlier, you need to find alignment with the investor. It's sort of like a marriage, I suppose. You need to find the right partner, but it's more important to make sure that you're aligned. And you're in it for the long run, right? So it's typically startup journeys are 5 to 10 years. And so you have to find the right partner for that period of time.
Excellent. Wonderful.